Welcome to the PLZ Soccer Show. I'm Peter Martin. Alan Ruff is alongside me. We're looking back over the weekend's football and some of the news stories that have emerged today. And the top story is Scott Brown has called time on his international career for a second time, Ruffy.
Yeah, I thought we were going to lose him the first time. All credit to him. He dug in and tried to help us out of the predicament we were in, trying to get us to qualify for the World Cup. It never happened. So no, I think he's at the right age. He's the man that makes the decisions. If he thinks he's going to get longer at club level, then that's his priority, and we just have to go, thanks very much, and try and find a replacement.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Ruffy, I'm not really too keen on players calling time on their international career. I think it should be the other way around. But the world has changed. In the 21st century, player power is such that they'll decide when they want to stop playing. With regards to Scott Brown, I think when you think about his fitness, the demands on him, the amount of games that Celtic have to play as well, you can understand his decision. 55 caps, I think, I don't think he's let his country down at any time that I can think of. It's just he's another statistic of a player who never was able to go to major finals with Scotland.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, he doesn't have that up there as a priority, but you're right, things have moved on. Players have to look after themselves. We keep hearing about a lot of players are very worried about what kind of injuries they're going to pick up after football, the extent long term they want to be with their family and their kids and everything. So obviously you're right, Scott is a very physical player. I would think he would pick up more knocks and kicks than most of the players that are out there, but obviously yesterday was evident of that, but I think he's done his bit. It is unfortunate, because I think he is a player that we will miss. Yeah,
and with that in mind, you've linked nicely into Aberdeen against Celtic. All the hoo-ha over a possible title challenge. I never thought there was a title challenge. I've said it continually on this show, Ruffy. But Scott Brown at the weekend, it's no surprise that the footage of him being booted from pillar to post by the Aberdeen players has gone viral, because his reaction, and I think he gets up after the Sam Cosgrove challenge because, quite simply, he can hear the Aberdeen fans cheering, and he's up there to give them a real roasting. It was funny, but he could have got a sore one. I thought it was worthy of a red card.
Yeah, I think the challenge was late. It was a lunge, and I looked at it a couple of times. The reason why Scott Brown jumped up and wasn't having any injury is because the studs hit his shin pad, and if he hadn't been wearing shin pads, it could have been a lot worse. So no, he's reacted to the crowd, and I think the both of us agree, why not? If you're getting pelters and obviously Aberdeen boys are trying to, muscle him out in a tackle, and he's just responded by going, "This is Scott Brown you're dealing with." Yeah. And no, I think it was good at the time.
You were about to say Craig Brown there, weren't you? Yeah. But Craig would have been flattened in that tackle. But Scott Brown
still be rolling about, screaming.
But let's cut to the chase. Aberdeen, disappointing. Didn't really lay a glove on Celtic for me. They had a couple of chances, Ruffy, but other than that, I thought Celtic bossed the game until, of course, Lustig's moment of madness.
Yeah, I think early on, Aberdeen had to strike first, and as you say, they had a couple of opportunities, but never took them. Very good opportunities, I must say, because they obviously early on they caught Celtic in a couple of times. But for me, the first half wasn't the way. I thought they would have maybe tried to expose the centre-halves as they were at the weekend, but they never done that. They never got balls into the box. It was all this like free kicks getting in, or corners coming in, and that's where the problems were. And once Celtic got the goal, you're right, they just dominated the game, and that's why they get the advantage of playing in European football. When they go up, they just say, right, what have you got? Can you break us down? And the answer to that was no. Well,
I think the damning verdict on Aberdeen is Celtic are coming back from Russia. The pressure that Rangers put on Celtic the day before, they had a few injuries here and there, but nevertheless they were able to deal with an Aberdeen side without Christie, without Shinnie, and Tierney for me just gets better and better. It's a lung-busting run to get on the end of Dembele's pass, and he still lashes it into the net. Yeah, tremendous. We all know that Tierney's capabilities from the halfway line going forward is absolutely fantastic. He is a willing runner, and you could see right for the start that he was just waiting on that ball coming into his path. I think the finish was a wee bit of
a defender's finish, just put your head down and hit it towards the goal, hit it as hard as you can, and they certainly did that. And even though the goalkeeper would have dived, I don't think he would have got it.
Yeah, 24 hours earlier, Ibrox, Rangers against Hearts. Rangers are now able to respond, I think, to the challenges that are coming their way. Hearts, again, I wasn't that impressed by the Jambos. I thought they would have posed more of a threat, but great goal by Jamie Murphy, lovely little dummy, side foot, then puts the ball in the back of the net. And, you know, as if to add insult to injury, the defending for Hearts for Russell Martin's goal was diabolical.
Yeah, it was diabolical at the weekend. It had been good in the previous weeks. You know, they hadn't been losing many goals, but the second one, yeah, I think the game was done and dusted then anyway. But it's just a ball coming across the box and nobody taking any authority to clear it. And lo and behold, it goes to the back post, and Martin, who already was up for the set piece, just puts it in. But again, they were disappointing, you know. Kyle Lafferty had a couple of chances early on, and I think we have to remember as well, Wes Fotheringham had a couple of saves as well before Rangers scored. So yeah. I think he's been a really, really big player for them this year. Yeah,
but I think Hearts will struggle to hold on to fifth. Ruffy Kilmarnock are bearing down on them.
And Motherwell.
Yeah, and Motherwell as well. But I'm just going to say, Graham Murty has mentioned that they're going to keep battling away until it's mathematically impossible to catch Celtic. I think Graham Murty is actually saying we're going to battle away to make sure we keep second place and keep Aberdeen and an outside chance Hibs from stealing second place.
Yeah, I've said all along, second place means Europe. Europe has always been talked about because it brings income to the club. But I think secretly Rangers will have their eye in the two Celtic games. I think they think at Ibrox that they'll be good enough to win that one. They'll have to win both of them, as far as I'm concerned, to have any chance of catching Celtic.
Yeah.
But again, Celtic,
why are you suggesting that? I mean that's a complete load of nonsense.
If you get to the split and they're ninth and well, obviously, if Rangers beat Celtic Ibrox, there'll be 6 points.
Is there any chance you could stop making this broadcast all about the mathematical probabilities of if Rangers win 2 games with 3 points for a win? You're only posing something that you don't really realistically think is going to happen, do you?
Oh, I think now Rangers are good enough to beat Celtic at Ibrox.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
So Rangers to win at Ibrox, Rangers to win at Celtic Park?
No, I'm saying they'll have to. That's what I'm saying.
No, I know, I understand probability, but do you think there's a title race on?
I think if Rangers were to beat Celtic at Ibrox and go into the split with 5-6 points of difference with another game to come, the Rangers will believe that. Rangers supporters.
Hold on a second. I don't want you to try and tell me what Rangers people are thinking. I want you to tell me what you think.
Okay.
Is there a title challenge on?
I think Rangers will beat Celtic at Ibrox.
Is there a title challenge on?
That would take it to 6 points.
Answer the question.
No.
No. Okay. So, I must apologise to all the viewers for wasting your time for the last 90 seconds on that chat. Okay, Rangers obviously up against St Johnstone, McDermott Park tomorrow night. That's the type of game where they can't afford any slip-ups. I don't think they will have a slip-up because I just feel as if you can start to pick 9, 10 of Graham Murty's side.
Yeah, I don't think Rangers can slip up anywhere. That's what I'm saying. They can't even drop points right up until the Celtic game, and then you come to the split. That's why I'm saying if they believe that there's going to be a title challenge, that's the way it has to go.
Yeah, but that's not what this programme's about. This programme's about you giving us your opinion and stop waffling.
I think Rangers will go to the split 6 points behind Celtic.
Okay, there you are. Now, so it's Hearts against Kilmarnock. Hearts were disappointing, I thought, at Ibrox. Kilmarnock were disappointing in the first half against Hibs. A great credit to Hibs. They came out of the traps flying, by the way, but Neil Lennon's in big trouble, Ruffy.
Big trouble. And again, you know, the first 25 minutes of that game, Hibs looked as if they were the team that were going to finish second in the division. Their play was absolutely a joy to watch, and the goals they scored were very good as well. But obviously, things turned, you know, for me, up there with goal of the season. And then obviously the penalty.
Jordan
Jones up there. He'll be in the top 10 easily. And then after that, obviously the penalty decision. And this penalty, well, I don't know if you've noticed, more and more claims for handball now. It's getting ridiculous. I think somebody needs to pin this down.
It's not a penalty, is it?
No, but I think somebody needs to pin this down. You know, why are referees giving penalties for that, and why are referees not giving it when you see other games? There is no in between here.
And there's no consistency, is what you're looking for.
And the managers can quite rightly are frustrated. But you've touched on Neil Lennon. It doesn't matter who you are, and I'm sure when Neil calms down, he will realise he's going to get hammered, because you cannot do what he did to a referee. It's just a no-no, and he's going to get hammered very hard. Yep,
absolutely. I'm a bit worried about what's coming his way at the SFA, but to the point though, for Hibs and Hearts, the positive is Alex McLeish, the Scotland manager, has been having a look, likes the look of John McGinn and John Souttar, reckons they could be a part of the Scotland setup in the near future.
Yep, I think they're the guys that should be playing in these two games that are coming up. Let's get a partnership together. I'm not too sure about who's going to fill that Scott Brown position. I don't think John McGinn's a Scott Brown player. I don't know who's going to fill that, but we've certainly got enough young boys who want to fill that midfield, but I think Scott Brown will be a big loss. Okay
then, over and above that, I've got to ask your thoughts on the other matches. Big win for Motherwell. Dundee tried hard, couldn't get the goal. Suddenly now they're looking down the way instead of looking up the way.
Yeah, I think it's just for Dundee, it's all about missed chances. I'm sure if Neil McCann, and he will get a chance to watch the game again, you know, they had chances to take something out of that game. Unfortunately, the strikers just went up for it, and there was headers going by the post, there was shots that should have been on target, and it's another bad result for them.
Hamilton, Partick Thistle. I love your face, Ruffy, when it comes to the Premiership. You know that Thistle, even if they're in front, you always think doomsday scenario, and Hamilton provided it at the weekend. David Templeton with the late winner.
Yeah, 5 minutes to go in any Partick Thistle game is always a dangerous point of the game, and if I'm like that, I dread to think what Alan Archibald is like in the last 5 minutes of a game, because he knows it's going to happen as well. And unfortunately, again, I thought they actually played particularly well at the weekend. I thought they had chances at 1-0 to put the game to bed, but the Hamilton goalkeeper had some 2 or 3 very good saves, and particularly in the last minute of the game to get his team a point. But it's just not falling for him just now. Tierney has a very good save late on. Who does it break to? A Hamilton Accies player, not a Thistle defender. And again, it's another defeat.
Okay, St Johnstone got a 2-0 win over Ross County. Let me get your predictions then for the midweek games, and there are a few of them. St Johnstone against Rangers.
I think Rangers will win that one. I know St Johnstone got a couple of goals at the weekend there, but I think Rangers will win that one 2-1.
Okay, I'll go 2-0 Rangers on that one. Hearts against Kilmarnock, here's a tough one.
Yeah, and I think Kilmarnock showed a lot of fighting quality in the second half of that game. I think obviously Hearts getting beat at the weekend. I think Kilmarnock are good enough to go there and get a point.
Okay, I will go. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think it might be 1-1. Celtic Dundee on the Wednesday. We'll talk about it in tomorrow's show.
Yeah, I think Celtic will be too good for Dundee. It depends what team, obviously. The scoreline depends on what team Brendan Rodgers puts out.
Hibs against Hamilton.
It's got to be 3 points for Hibs.
Motherwell Aberdeen.
Yes, this is a game. Motherwell Aberdeen fixture is a fixture over the last couple of years that hasn't went well for Aberdeen, so no, I think Motherwell will think they can get a draw out of that as well. Okay, and just to finish the Carabao Cup, Manchester City have won it. They're on their way to a double at least, because I think they've got the Premier League in the bag. I think Pep Guardiola wants the Champions League this season, Ruffy. What about you? Yeah, I think obviously they built on from last year for Pep. It's there to be seen with the players that he's brought in. Again, as I was with PSG, not particularly confident until they saw off a good team defensively. I'm the same with Man City. I would like to reserve judgment until I see them being under pressure. Okay, well, no reserve judgment with me. I've tipped Manchester City to win the Champions League as well as the league. So that means they're on for the treble. You can disagree with us. Give us your thoughts at PLZ Soccer on Twitter, facebook.com/PLZ Soccer. You can also download the app. It's on Android and of course on Apple as well. Get onto Google Play. You can download the PLZ Soccer app, and you can get all the latest news north and south of the border. And there are various competitions and special offers for you to savour as well. So from Ruffy and me, thanks for watching.